Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about my Subject Analysis 8, Data Analytics and Interpretations. I will first discuss the data from South Dakota that I found surprising or I wasn't aware of before. One thing I found surprising was that as of 2023, 97.8% of South Dakota residents were U.S. citizens, which is higher than the national average of 93.4% in 2022. I wonder if our citizenship is higher because our state has a lower population and less cities than the typical state. Montana's citizenship rate is 99% and they have a lower population, so that was what made me speculate that. Another thing I wasn't aware of was that income inequality in South Dakota is 0.443, which is lower than the national average. That data indicates that both genders have around the same pay depending on the field of work they are in. For the education data, I was surprised to read that there are more female college students in universities than male students. So for females, it's 28,635. For male students, it's 23,491. It's more shocking to me since it used to be more popular for men to go to college until a couple decades ago when women's rights became more common. Next, I will discuss the data that I disagree with and/or think is false. Based on Data USA, the most common job groups by number of people living in South Dakota are registered nurses, driver sales workers and truck drivers, and number 3, elementary and middle school teachers. I believe that this could potentially be false because I know tourism and hospitality is huge in South Dakota, so I would assume a large majority of workers are in the restaurant or hotel industry. Another statistic that I think could be potentially false is the largest universities in South Dakota by number of degrees awarded. So that'll be the picture on the screen here. So Data USA says that the biggest universities with the number of degrees awarded are SDSU, USD, and Lake Area. Since Northern State and Black Hills State University are larger schools, I would assume they have a larger number of degrees awarded. I also disagree with the average travel commute time to work. Data USA says employees in South Dakota do have a shorter commute time, which is 17.6 minutes, than the normal US worker commute, which is 26.6 minutes. But I feel like South Dakota should have an even shorter commute since we have way less traffic and use the interstates to get a lot of places. Lastly, I have some suggestions for the South Dakota state government on some actions they should take based on my interpretations of the data. So, to increase the number of college degrees awarded at each university in South Dakota, the government should work on improving college advising and academic support services. Also, I believe college education problems stem from early education, so high school teachers and faculty should be properly giving students tips to succeed and what to expect at college. They can do this by offering dual credits or AP courses in high school, so it gives the students more experience in time management and responsibility. Improving education will also, in return, close the income inequality gap. Increasing degree production means that individuals of each gender will earn more money, leading to the state generating higher income productivity. According to ChatGPT, Scandinavian countries invest heavily in public education and have some of the world's lowest income inequality. South Dakota state government can also raise minimum wage, and by doing this, all of the people in the economy are working and getting more money, and therefore less of a gap for that. And then here are my references. Thank you for watching.